Oh, bonjour, monsieur. Tu parles français? All right, English then. How can I help you, sir? Well, if you're looking to hire some company, you're in the right place, monsieur. Do you have a recommendation or an employee in mind? Are you okay? You don't exactly seem to be in your element, so to speak. Have you never been to a place like this before? Yeah, it's that obvious. But really, there's nothing to be worried about. I promise. There's been more customers that come in with no prior experience hiring service like these. I imagine it's quite common. It's not like people automatically have experience with this sort of thing. And it's not like your parents teach you how to do this. But if it helps at all, imagine it like this. You're paying a fee for a bit of someone's time and... Hey, wait! Don't go. Or, well, you're allowed to go, if you truly want to. But before you do, think about it for a moment. Your mind can be funny about this kind of thing, but there's nobody here to judge you. You shouldn't make a decision about this based on what others might think. In this moment, inhibitions and judging eyes be damned. What do you want to do? That's what I thought. Come along. Let's go back to the desk, and we'll set you up with someone, okay? How about we start over from the top? I hope that would help. No preconceived notions, no first-time jitters, just you and me, two strangers, talking to each other. You don't even have to tell me your name if you don't want to. My name is Ava. Nice to meet you. What can I offer you today? Well, our services come in a few different ways, but personally, I recommend that you do something light first. For example, I can offer you a simple service for only a small fee, and if you give me a moment, I can even arrange for me to be the one whose services you get to enjoy. But we don't have to do anything if you don't want to. You understand me, right? At any point, if anything happens that makes you feel like this was a mistake, you're allowed to stop this at any time. And that's good to hear. Don't worry. I'll take good care of you. I promise. Don't you worry about a thing. This is what I'm made for, mon coeur. Let me just press a button so someone else can come to the counter, and I'll take you straight to one of our rooms. Come here. Sit down next to me. Right here on the bed. Don't be afraid to scoot in as close as you want to. When you came in here, you seemed very introverted. And I'm guessing you're not here for more carnal pleasure, are you? Or at least not primarily. Yeah, that's what I thought. Don't worry, my dear. I completely understand. Sometimes the best cure for loneliness is just some physical touch. A little massage, a long hug. Sometimes that's enough to lift a lot of weight off your shoulders. And you come to the right place for that. I'm going to start off by giving your whole upper body some loving, okay? And maybe your legs too. I know how much tension can be in the calves. There's a little booth over there where you can take off your shirt if you want to. Although the massage doesn't involve lotion, so there's no obligation to. Well, explaining it in words doesn't do justice to how it feels. So why don't you lay down on your chest for just a moment, and let me give you an example of how it feels. So as you can feel, I'm straddling you from behind, and that's mostly so I can place my hands on top of your shoulder and apply some pressure there, slowly rolling my thumbs to feel and relieve any stress you've built up over time. And as a little bonus, sitting like this allows me to whisper into your ear like this, tell you all kinds of things that I know you need to hear. So that's just a little taste of it. Do you want me to just keep going, or should I get off of you so you can take your shirt off? Got it, Monka. Then let's begin properly. You know, you're not the first person who I've seen that need a little bit of motivation. Sometimes there's just shy people that need a little push. But once they feel my hands on their shoulders, my fingers pressing into their muscles, and slowly but surely working in circles, relieving tension with every little touch, every second. Because I was made for this. I've been told by people all my life that my company makes them feel better. And whenever I actually put in effort, it's so much better than when I'm just nearby. I've known for a very long time that this is what I wanted to do. Get close and personal with people to take care of them. Take care of their desires. Make them feel appreciated. And when a handsome man like you walks in, all demure and quiet, shy as can be, I know exactly what I need to do to make them feel better. It's like an instinct to me. Part of who I am, forever part of what I am and will be. Yes, Monka, I think you're very, very handsome. Not even in an everyone in their own way type of way. I truly think you're beautiful. If that's the right word for it. But don't worry about that now. Simply let me slowly move my hands down into the center, massaging around your spine and the back of your rib cage. There's the kind of sound I love to hear from beautiful men like you. It means you're feeling very good. Just letting the feeling of relaxing muscles wash over you with every time I press my palms and fingers into your back. There's just something about the sound of a beautiful man voicing his pleasure over something I did. Letting me know how good I'm making him feel, how much he wants me to keep going. It's the same kind of feeling you get when you stand up for someone in the bus, or give a stranger directions, but 1,000 times more intense. It's a kind of unique feeling. Now, let me just move a bit further down, giving your lower back some attention. Did you know that there's 40 muscles in your back? And most of the time you use them without even knowing it. Every time you climb a stair, lift something, stand up, lay down, it all uses these muscles in your lower back and you don't even realize it. And every time you use them, it slowly builds up this tension that feels incredibly good to release. It's like clenching your fist for a long, long time, and then suddenly unclenching. Feels all fresh and new, like you suddenly got a new body out of nowhere. And that's what I'm trying to make you feel here. Oh, no. Don't let those thoughts wander like that. This massage is nothing more than that. I'm only trying to relieve the tension in your muscles and make you feel oh so good. I'm not planning on doing anything nearly that intense. You don't have to worry. Shy guys like you are fun to play and tease. But this session is nothing but a little time to get used to this. Testing the waters, so to speak. I promise, there's nothing you need to worry about. No judgment, no prying eyes, nothing but you, me, and my hands on your back, slowly working out every bit of tension, every kink in the system. If you want to, you can imagine your body like a doll with strings inside, pulling at the parts to make them move, and as you use it, little knots form in those strings, making it harder and harder to move the doll. But with some tender love and care, you can work out every single knot, making the doll move as easily as it once did again. Shh, don't move an inch. I'm almost done with the massage, and after that, we're still not going to do anything too intense. As much as I love to feel you squirm in my arms and hear you whine for more, I don't think it's a good idea to go that fast. See, nothing too intense. Just my arms wrapping around your chest, slowly wrapping myself around you tighter and tighter. Now, I've got a question for you. A question of preference, which I know has a few very different answers. Some people prefer to lay their head on my chest as I hold my arms tightly around their shoulders, pressing them close to make them feel safe. Others prefer to lay completely differently with their head on my stomach, my hand on their chest, simply resting in perfect comfort. And then there's the sweet boys who love to lay their head on my thighs, with my fingers going through their hair to slowly soothe their every worry. So the question then is, how do you want to lay with me? I can choose for you, if you like. Heck, we could do all three if you really want to. But you gotta pick one. Do you want to start with your head on my lap? And then we'll do that. Come here. My thighs are nice and soft. A little squishy, perfect for someone to put their head on and just melt away all their sorrows. And there you go. Isn't that nice? Yeah, I can tell that you needed this. Or at least something like this. Just a moment of being close to someone. A moment of being together with someone. Close to someone without having to worry about anything. There's basically nothing you can do to make me want to be anywhere but here and now with you, Monka. Does it feel nice when I scratch your head like this? It's kind of like a little massage for your scalp. Almost like I'm still going with the massage from earlier, but just moved it to your head instead, right? Just going back and forth with my nails tracing over your skin, gently pressing in. Whenever I have a headache, this is always the perfect way to soothe it. A little bit of scalp scratching can work wonders from time to time, especially when I'm laying on something soft and warm with my head, just like you are now. Oh, there's nothing to be ashamed of or blush about, although I must say that it does look terribly cute when you do. Facing away from me, blushing your handsome face beet red. You'd almost say that I made a bad joke or something. Shh. Just let yourself surrender to the feeling. You're doing perfectly. I'm not expecting anything from you. All I want you to do is be yourself and be brave enough to stay right here with me where I can comfort and soothe you, where I can play with your hair, brush my fingers through it, stroke it from the side, just making it look all nice while you breathe nice and deep, just letting yourself relax. This is a safe space, and I'm here just to take care of you. Just to make sure that before you walk out that door again, you're all relaxed and feeling wonderful again. But for now, just lay on my lap. Let me play with your hair and try not to get too embarrassed, cutie. Just give in to the pleasant feelings and try to breathe slowly. I find that when you're taking deep, long breaths, life seems just a little bit easier. It's not all that bad. If you take your time to calm down, to breathe, to think. If I could give you a little unsolicited advice for when you leave this place again, do just that. Take your time. Stop to smell the flowers. Look at a sunset. The world is a place of joy and beauty. And sometimes taking a little bit more time out of your busy schedule to just sit or stand still and just be for a moment gives you such a boost in energy. The world can be cruel, but there's always flowers to smell, always the sun to look at. There's an endless amount of things you can amaze yourself about, and if you take a little bit of time to do that, you'll see that maybe, just maybe, the world is kind after all. Shh, just relax. You don't have to worry about a thing. Just know that you're here, now, in the right time, at the right place, and that's all you have to be.